Good morning and Namaste, my friend, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac Weather. My name is Stepº28 Witecki. I am the sensei to Sirius Joy, here to stand in my heart and walk in the light. Such a pleasure to be with you today. Thanks for showing up. I'm love casting live in 5 dimensions on this beautiful temple of Gaia on Thursday, March 19th, 2015. And we are on countdown, my friend, to a total solar eclipse in Pisces at step 29. Which is the Grandmaster final step of any zodiac vibration. It's a very intense vibration. Today, as we start the day, we're in step 28. But the eclipse will happen, for those of us in the United States, the eclipse happens pretty much just as we're in the middle of the night, basically. As we're just waking up, the energy is declining. So it will happen most likely in our subconscious, which I am all for. I'm all for sleeping through all major astrological events. Pretty much guarantees it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean something bad, quote, will happen. But this does mean that we are drawing a line. This is a line. You may not recognize it, but it is. It is a very quiet, subtle line inside of us. So you might be finding it in the sense of like witnessing two people who always fight. Usually they both fight. But this time, one of the parties is just being quiet. That's that quiet, subtle change of reality that's about to happen. And what's changing in that person is their faith is changing. They're making a decision to go with something inside of themselves as what they can know and guarantee, or your connection to God, your connection to spirit, your connection to your peaceful soul. And it's allowing that calling, that truth, to lead your life. That's what walking in the light full-time is. It's not easy to let that lead your life, especially with the way Earth is today. But at least in our own personal life, this is us knowing that we can return to this space, this peaceful space, no matter how crazy things might get around the corner. And I'm going to predict that they do get crazy, just like that. Things you can't expect just out of nowhere. And that's because of the Aries energy that we are birthing right now. But I'll talk more about that in the cosmic clock. Let's first tame our brain, shall we, with the phrase of the day. I feel what I am becoming. I am you insert the title there. And so it is. Because I said so, I thought so. Let's try it, right? I feel what I am becoming. I am a God service provider. And so it is. Because I said so, I thought so. Now, for you, you want to choose many things you are becoming. Don't limit it. I am abundant. I am confident. You know, whatever you want to use. But what I do recommend is that you have a core change, a core knowing, a core item on your list that you hang all the other I ams onto. That's what Pisces is about, getting to the essence and the soul of it. So make your first I am the soul of it. And because I'm a Taurus, I am a God service provider. I'm starting to realize it more and more. No matter how much money is involved, you know, I'm not making much money. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, this is the highest tone. For you, pick what your I am is. And so let's try it one more time. I feel what I'm becoming. I am a God service provider in my case. And so it is. Because I said so, I thought so. The serious step of the day is step 28. Now this is most of the day. So we're manifesting most of the day. That's I feel to I decide. So we decide to go with the feeling. In this case, the feeling is God or faith or sense in ourselves. And that adds to a 10, which the 10 is the magic number of manifestation, loving and trusting something. That's how Mother Earth responds, and that's how Taurus vibrates. Tauruses are step 10 personalities. Now, the way this adds up in the architecture of incarnation is we feel what we are becoming at the ground floor of the day, and that is through all the step 20s. So we feel what we're becoming, right? We're turning into. This is us on the treadmill starting to feel thinner. Okay? I feel thinner. I feel I'm becoming thinner, or whatever that is, or fit, right? And then you put on top of that a decision. The decision is really a commitment at this point. So in the second dimension, we embody this decision. I am mindful that I can feel that I'm becoming this. I'm going to embody this decision. You know what this decision is? The decision is, I am this. This is what I am, right? And I feel that I am becoming this, right? So the 28 is you deciding, basically, that you want to feel this way all the time. And you squat on that. You love and trust that. You like sit on it like an egg. And you do that for the next 24 hours, no matter how much the energetic storms may come. Now, I actually think that solar eclipse winds, so to speak, are very gentle, ridiculously gentle. Just like the example I gave. A person normally fighting quietly does not. That's usually how you see profound change. But solar eclipse energy can profoundly change your life up to 3 days before, up to 3 days after. And I only find that tragedy happens when people are really not paying attention to the road, so to speak. So let's look at the chakras and the colors involved in the day. Well, it starts with yellow, I feel. So I feel what I'm becoming. That's your third chakra lighting up. So if you're having butterflies in your stomach, might be why, because we are all charged in that chakra. I decide in my third eye, which is where I decide is the back of the third eye, I decide that I'm becoming this. I decide I want to feel this way all the time. I decide this is what I want to become. And then, boom, I love and trust this is the right thing to do. So we ground all that energy, and we hold that space. So let's look at the timing and the cosmic clock. Alrighty, here we are. You can see the moon is on approach to the sun, and the sun is at step 28, as I've described. Step 28, Pisces. Pisces being our subconscious. Our Pisces being everything that's not incarnating now. So it's God, the universe, everything. Everything you don't see now, Pisces is the doorway to that consciousness. So it embodies past lives. It embodies dreams. It embodies the subconscious. It embodies everything in that realm, so to speak. And what we're doing is setting the high note with this manifestation. And then the solar eclipse is saying, yes, keep this note longer than you normally would. That's what a solar eclipse does. Makes it very profound. And the solar eclipses affect people when mothers are pregnant with their children. So this eclipse is affecting unborn children and giving them a solar eclipse, a prenatal solar eclipse in Pisces. So all the babies that are about to be born right now have a prenatal solar eclipse of 29 degrees Pisces. They are grandmaster spiritual geniuses about to be born on this earth. How cool is that? And they can be many, depending up to the next eclipse, they can be any of the signs between now and then. So, hello babies, we're welcoming you. Now, Mercury is at step 10. How about that? So the mind is at step 10. And it's at step 10 Pisces. And it's at step 10 Pisces right on Neptune. So our mind is very connected to God consciousness. A lot of people telling me they're spaced out. No kidding. You know, we're all kind of in the clouds and we're all kind of zoning out. And that's okay. But the mind is on step 10, which is, you know, loving and trusting that what is valuable to us. And then the moon, of course, is on approach in Pisces, and it will conjunct the sun tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. And so emotions and heart get very, very close right now. That's the point. It's difficult to separate our heart and how we feel about things. That's the point, all right? So you just want to be mindful and focused. Our heart and emotions are coming together. That's how you get something pregnant in reality. You let your feelings and your heart come together on it. And speaking of pregnancies, Jupiter, which is the capital of moons, 60 moons Jupiter has, whatever. Talk about a brothel, huh? Jupiter is changing self-love forever. There is a yad that goes on for the whole period of the eclipse. So the whole time, God is giving us a very clear point to what we need to do. It's step 13 in Jupiter in Leo, which means, in essence, our heart needs to change channels. You might have already changed channel, but maybe you don't believe. You might have already changed the channel, but you don't have faith. Well, this is the faith transit where you would add that faith. But what is it all for, boys and girls? It's for this Jupiter in Leo, which goes direct, not by the way, as spring comes up here around the corner, which means we will get the results. We're programming our heart right now and preparing for the spring, literally. So today it's about listening to your heart and what you want to believe. I mean, that's what I believe. It's what you want to believe. Now, speaking of what you want to believe, it's like, well, the world doesn't allow me. Oh, don't worry. Pluto's up there at step 15, which is breaking all the rules. All right, so Pluto's going to break all the rules, and it stops at step 15 this year. It never goes higher than step 15 this year. It's going to go retrograde and backwards, but it's at step 15. What's step 15? You make the rules. What are the rules? Whatever I love and trust, 10, and my mind agrees with, 5. That's the rules. Best practice. I'm not saying go out and break laws. I'm saying there's ways that they're not gray, but there's ways of getting what your heart wants in ways people haven't understood. And gosh golly, it works. I'll give you an example. Uber with the taxi cab company. Great example of Pluto and Capricorn. It's like, oh, you thought there'd be taxi cabs forever. Nope, guess not. Wow. Right? Pluto in Capricorn is, hey, it's not that we're breaking any laws. It's that we're doing things in new ways with new rules that people hadn't really thought of. And so, my goodness, it's unfounded. Let's try it. So that Pluto energy is saying, hey, that's what's going to support your heart. So believe me, damn it, right? And then Mercury, our mind, loving and trusting with Neptune. That's actually the other part of this yod, lighting it up here. And so our mind and our soul's intention is helping to drive this. So this is a very, very powerful, powerful solar eclipse, I must say. Now, Mars is putting pressure at step 21. Step 21 is the push, the bridge, all right? So 2 is I feel, 1 is I love. So basically you want to walk toward the love. It's that simple. Take action towards love. Do no action that is not loving. So I would say just put yourself in a 36-hour love me self period where you just only do loving things for yourself. And if you have to do something that is not loving for yourself, put it off till Mars is at step 23. I would anyways. But it's an important part of the day, I think. Now, looking at the conscious here in Aries, this is kind of the preparation because the sun moves into Aries here in just 24 hours or more. Mars is putting pressure on step 21, but Venus is up in Taurus at step 3. Now, why is that cool? Well, Venus is our opening up. What's it at? 3. What's step 21? Adds to a 3. So these two are working on the same vibration. And what it's doing basically is this is the new ego. This is the new baby in us. This is a baby in us. We're going to feel like a baby because if we do this right, we're going to walk down a path in our life that's new, that we haven't felt before, and so we'll feel young like a baby. That is the rebirth of what Aries is about. Aries is just rebirth themselves. Now the sun is at step 28. That is, I feel and I trust. You know, I love and I trust. And the moon gets up to about step 24, step 25 tonight as we fall asleep. And as we sleep, basically crosses the sun's path. So this is the countdown. You want to definitely go to sleep knowing what you want to manifest and asking Santa Claus to bring it, right? And then as we move into the actual final hours here, which will be in the middle of the night, 2:30 Pacific, I think, which would be 5:30 Eastern. But as we move into those final hours of the conjunction, Chiron clicks into step 9, step 18, right there at the last moment, like plum. So Chiron does, which is an Aries ruled vibration, which means suddenly we've got ego adding to healer. It's just amazing kind of like magic as you see things click down. Now Chiron's been hanging out that degree, I don't know how long, all right? So the timing is just impeccable. It's what I love about astrology. And then in Pisces here, it's important to know at the bottom, our mind is holding a plateau, a foundation. So you remember in the beginning of this whole transit where we were swimming with sharks and getting past our boogeyman and all that sort of thing, right? Well, basically, you want to love and trust that that will never happen again. You want to like have that as a total, that's your faith. You may not have faith about what's going to happen next. That's okay. According to the planets, all we developed is no more boogeyman, no more sharks. Okay? So in this next 24 hours, don't go there at all. Okay? And I think you have the strength to do that. And that's what's pointing into that yacht, is that love and trust that we're not going to go there again. So let's add it all up, shall we, with today's Joy Quest. Today's Joy Quest, should you choose to accept it, is feel it all and go with it. That's basically my recommendation. I think you should ground, you should be with your feelings, and you should just ride like you're going on a river raft. That's Pisces. And just pretend it's a little, river ride. And, there might be some falls. You might get a little wet. And certainly my clients and people in the Personal Sensei Network have been reporting to me that they're crying, they're having releases, they feel like they're crazy. I'm like, no, this is what you hold on to all year long, and you don't accept. So just feel it all and go with it. It will not, just whatever it is. And if this is absolutely nothing but a smooth, quiet solar eclipse, you see no change at all, no bump at all, you're going to have the most profound change, in my opinion. Because the smoother it goes, the more profound your life does end up changing. It's weird, but that's how high vibration migrates down to low vibration. So in the next 24, feel it, go with it, enjoy it, live it, and don't worry about it. Just ground your emotions, my friend. Now, for those who are watched over by my personal sensei service at 9:09, I'll send out what your heart needs to focus on here in the eclipse. And at 11:11, I'm going to talk to you about what is your keystone state to manifesting. So all of us kind of have this one state of awareness that guards the door to manifesting. Like, no, you can't manifest until you get the baby's approval or the queen's approval or our protection's approval. There's always this inner approval mechanism, something I discovered in step astrology. So I'm going to tell you what your keystone state is. Make sure you got the approval before you manifest. And then at 3:03 p.m., there's something called the exponential, which I'll be teaching in Joy Camp. But what is your exponential? So there's basically a state that you want to hold, like a note, la, and you hold that note as you manifest. And I'll give you what that state is and give you some coaching there. If you'd like to join the Sirius Joy Personal Sensei service, it's just $19.95 and it begins April 1st. So come on down to SiriusJoy.me and join. You'll get money off the Joy Camp, if you want. And that brings us to today's telepathy. And I'm loving this whole little exploration of different Pisces celebrities because I don't get a way to talk about the celebrities in each sign, but now I get to. I'm thinking of a Pisces author here, okay? And this is an author that's connected to my life. Maybe yours too. Is the author my heart is thinking of 1, Dr. Seuss, 2, John Steinbeck, or 3, Douglas Adams? We'll have the answer when I get back right after this.
Having trouble in your love life? I have the answers. It's called Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. The biggest problem usually is people choose the wrong person. Not anymore. Find out your birthday secrets, available online at secretsofbirthdays.com.
Soul Garden.
And welcome back to Namaste Today. And for today's telepathy, the answer to our question, wonder if you got an image of this. I was thinking of a Pisces author. All 3 of these authors are Pisces. So you can see it in the playfulness of Dr. Seuss. You can see it in John Steinbeck and like the imagination that was involved there. And you can see it definitely in the tripped outness of Douglas Adams, if you've read any of these authors' work, right? But the answer is Douglas Adams. Douglas Adams, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, if you don't know. One of my favorite books, if you don't know. Love this man's work. So if you picked up Douglas, you indeed got my telepathy today. But keep trying. This is all about trying and starting to get. If you try every day, this is what I learned by doing readings nearly every day, is if you just check every day, this part of you, you will start to see that you're quite good at it, just like everyone else. So let's move on to today's rock and roll gospel. We are doing in this final leg of Pisces, the Holy Rollers. Those are musicians and pieces of music or songs that just brought us to heaven. Today will not surprise you, the Beatles. Yes, and I waited for us to get to a holy moment. So this is a song that will take you to heaven if you need to go, and if you need to listen to it to put you into the right state of mind. I swear to God, this song is channeling angelic angels. All you need is love. Literally. It's a beautiful song. So play it for yourself, my friend. Remember, all you do need is love. If you get lost in your way, all you need is love. But before you go off, boogie into the Beatles. Let's take a look at the moods of each of your brothers and sisters today. And we're going to look at where they are manifesting and holding that vibration. Plus, I want you to remember to honor something. All right? And that remember honor has to do with Jupiter. Remember I said Jupiter and the Yod and how God's like, here, point here. So I'm going to help you understand for each 12 signs where that here is for you. Is it here with green eggs and ham? Or there, Sam I am? Starting with Scorpios. Cloudy and irritable. Probably should stay a good distance away from the Scorpios today and for the weekend, frankly. But cloudy and irritable. But remember to honor your career dreams and your wishes. Remember what your career wants. I'm going to keep going there, despite my finger's mistake, right? So honor your career dreams and honor your wishes. The Leo, step 1's cloudy and withdrawn in private for the eclipse. Remember to honor your royal willpower. And royal means your willpower to get through the storm to get the ice cream. That's royal willpower. And it's okay. You're royal. You know it. That's why you live in this particular life as a Leo. Step 2, the Cancer, sunny and pensive today. But remember to honor your true self-worth and your pricing. So what salary you do deserve. Honor that. Step 3, the Sagittarius is cloudy, nesting, and resting. Probably super tired, actually, right now in this eclipse. But remember to honor your greatest adventures in life. So don't give up your greatest adventures, especially right now. Step 4, the Aquarius is sunny and busybodies today. But remember to honor yourself and relationships. The people that show up and stand by your side. Very important. Honor those people right now. They may be your Willy Wonka ticket. Step 5, the Gemini, sunny and professional today, but remember to honor the happiest ideas and just don't even give time or attention to the others. Step 6, the Libra, sunny and hyper aware, but remember to honor your world calling and the gifts you offer. Don't put those aside right now. Step 7, the birthday Pisces, sunny and super cool with the solar eclipse of their Grandmaster sign, but hey Pisces, remember to honor happiness in the moment. What that means is, hey, look over your last week. Where were you happiest? What moments were you happiest? That is what you need to honor. Something about those moments. Step 8, the Capricorn, sunny and chatty today, but remember you need to honor your self-trust and others' limits. So others' limits too. Sometimes Capricorns crack the whip a little too harsh. Honor that. Step 9, the Aries, showers, chance of storms. They're not enjoying this, I don't think. But remember to honor that beautiful inner child in your heart. That beautiful Aries spirit that will get up and play again. Step 10, the Taurus is cloudy and out of it. Oh, it's so true. Remember, though, to honor your feelings and your security. So honor what makes you feel secure. It's okay. It's part of the equation. Step 11, the Virgos, cloudy chance of some love issues today, but remember to honor your inner faith in yourself and your soul story. A Virgo knows what their soul story is, so honor that. All right? So moving on to the Lightwalker Parade. First of all, if you're on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. We thank you ahead of time. And on Facebook, you can be our friend by navigating to soulgarden.me, and you can join our email list at soulmart.me. Also, we have coming up Joy Camp. Joy Camp is going to be so much fun. Seriously, I'm creating a workbook. I'm creating a color book. I'm creating all sorts of neat things that goes along with it. They'll help you plan this new I am statement so you will end uncertainty forever. Also, you might want to sign up for the Sirius Joy Personal Sensei service. Whether or not you take Joy Camp, I keep wanting to say band camp, stupid movies. But either way, you get $19.95 off Joy Camp if you decide to come. But you will love the text messages. They are definitely helping people through these changes. And talking about helping people, mothers around the world are amazing. That's why I wanted to produce Modern Mommies. And I love these mommies because they're talking about their kids. So if you love your kids, watch this show. The ladies on this show are spectacular. And as always, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the purchases. Thank you for giving back. Thank you for being you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful. Gratitude is the attitude of receiving, my friend. I will see you in 24 hours with more. Remember, I love you and live, love, be.
This is just so ironic.